So, as it says, disclaimer, I don't blame EBS or DG or anyone else for what Vic did, to clarify. So, I'm tired of hearing this goddamn shit from these. And this is what I have no other way to explain who these people are other than CG simps. I'm sorry. Somebody who is screaming at me in defense of something I didn't do, I don't know what else to call them other than that. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be insultive, but I don't know what else to call these people. That's what I view them as, because I never said that, and why I'm having all this over dramatics and these people saying, giving me all this shit and everything. I really, anyways. I also don't blame EBS about background checks for CG. I was trying to make the suggestion, and I've been saying it for years, that this is why they have these problems. And this is why they do. I mean, I stand by that. Now, there's a disagreement about how to do the background checks. And that's fine. DG and Wiggle and them have their opinion, and I respect their opinion on it. And I'm not going to harass them about it or fight with them about it or anything. I was just simply trying to state, mainly on Twitter, my viewpoint from what I've known when I was working and my background and all of this. That's where I'm coming from. And it's very hard for somebody like me. See, I'm not trying to be arrogant or attack anybody or come off like I don't have any other way to explain myself other than to just say that I'm retired. I've done what I've done with my life, and I know how business works. And I understand that what I do is not what CG does, because they are individuals. And they're all doing their own thing, but saying they're under the CG umbrella, my understanding. That's my understanding. My point that I was trying to make is, if they had somebody doing background checks, but I get it. I get that they're not a corporation and all this. So we're going to discuss like what I was told what they want to do, and then like what my viewpoint is. So from what I understand, my viewpoint on this cannot work with what their viewpoint of what they're doing is, because they're individuals and not a corporation. So everybody's just doing their own thing, and we don't know who those people are. And we're just, I don't know how else to put it, just gambling with our money in hopes of getting books. I don't know how else to explain that. That's really what it feels like now after this. You know, I'm not saying everybody is bad. There's good people in CG that are doing stuff and shouldn't be brought into this. But there's a problem here. Okay? You have an actual problem. And yes, I know it's only been 2 of these people. Well, we shouldn't have had 1. 2 is, we shouldn't have even had 1. That's just my opinion. Okay? Just what I think about this. And the reason why I'm saying this stuff and why I get like upset about this because of what happened there and all that is because I've had to deal with this with a friend of mine with a similar thing, and what Dean and them showed was horrific. There's no doubt it was horrific. And like I said, this is the second time I've been through this because this happened to a friend of mine, and I don't want to see kids or any of this being hurt here like this. What was going on? I know we can't stop it. Like I know I'm going to hear, well, what you expect CG to police kids or what? How do you no? But Vic had already been convicted. This was known. None of us knew it. Vic knew it. It was all sitting there for us to find. It was all sitting there. And of course, Vicky and Dean found it. I'd like to talk about Dean and Vicky for a minute. So, I've been getting shit for years for knowing them, okay? I got hardcore guilt by association because of them, okay? Just for knowing them. And yes, this again. When the Spectre and Vicky fight happened, me and Lorenzo had literally a week of hell from CG, and I have no other way to define this other than CG simps. I can't call them customers or what because they were just obsessive. They were just obsessive people that were screaming CG talking points to me, and I could not have a conversation with these people. And it's the same thing that I experienced today that I experienced years ago when that happened. I always get told the same thing. Why do you hate CG? Why are you anti-CG? Why are you doing this to Ethan? How dare you do this to Ethan? Why are you doing this to Ethan? What did Ethan do to you? Oh, go fuck yourself. You're nobody. Ethan is going to save comics. All of this. And they're just obsessive. Ask Lorenzo. Me and Lorenzo had a long talk about this. Because I didn't even know this was happening to Lorenzo. I'm like, oh, you're getting this too? Like, what is this with these people? I don't understand this. And he said the same thing. He had all of these people that were just screaming obsessively at him about, why are you trying to hurt Ethan? Why are you against EVS and all of this stuff? And I was a customer at this point. Okay? I had purchased Wrecked Planet. I was an actual customer at this point when this went down. Okay? And I didn't say, the clip that was played was heavily edited. If you were to have seen, or if I had a copy, I would play it right now if I had it. If I had a copy of what actually happened in there, you would hear me saying, why are you guys fighting? What's going on? What is this? And you would have heard Lorenzo say the same thing, going, why are you guys fighting? What is this about? But see, all of that got edited out because that's not juicy drama crap that they can farm. What was shown was a highly edited clip of us sitting in there like we're all conspiring or whatever the fuck that was of. And I still to this day I've asked Vicky a couple of times. I go, what was that fight about? I don't even think they know. Like Vicky said what she thought it was about. I've had other people explain to me what they thought it was about. I don't really know if anybody will ever know. It was some argument about a law or law advice or something. I don't know what the fuck that was, but it was the fight between them two was had something to do, from what I remember, with EVS for some reason. So keep in mind, at this time, I am a paying customer of All Caps Comics. Okay, I've purchased Wrecked Planet. I did get the book 3 years later, and I did a review, so you could see that, to see that I'm not lying. I actually did. It took me 3 years, but I got the damn book. So the next thing I know, there's this big EFAP on EBS's channel. The next thing I know, without having said a fucking word to Ethan or anybody, me, Lorenzo, and everybody in there, and I'm not going to name these people, but there are two people that were in there, and they know this. But I'm not trying to fight with them because I'm exhausted. I'm burnt out with fighting with people. This is why I'm leaving. I don't want to fight with people anymore. I'm tired of my fucking DMs, of all of these goddamn crybabies that are always crying to me. It's either about Sheila Aliens, it's either about Finatra, or it's about fucking EVS. One of these three people. Tons and tons. Every time I log in, there's tons and tons of people crying to me. Why is Risey doing this? Why do you hate Sheila? Why do you hate Finatra? Why do you hate DG? Why do you hate EBS? Why are you doing this to this person? Why are you doing to that person? On and on and on and on and on and on. Just scrolling through all of this fucking bullcrap that I don't give a fuck about. And I'm just tired of it. And this shit with Vic, this is what ended this for me. Anyways, I want to get back to what happened because the reason I'm explaining to you what happened here with Wreck Planet and me and Lorenzo and this Discord thing, I'm going to explain to you in a second here. So, EBS does this EFAP. And then, like I said, I was bombarded. I was I couldn't believe this. That I just was like, I don't know what this is. And here's what I'm going to be told now. Oh, you're trying to insinuate that EVS said that told those people to do this to you. That's what you're doing. Oh, you're trying to make EVS look bad and all of no. I don't know who told those people to do that. I don't know why they're doing this, but it was nothing but obsessively hardcore, just EVS simps that were just up my ass like they were today all years ago. And I'm just sick and tired of this obsessive behavior. Like, I don't know why these people do this stuff. I really don't. I just don't. So anyways, EBS decides to call Vicky and Dean Nazis. And I have the video of this. I'm not going to play this because it's just going to cause a big fight and people are going to get wound up. And I'm just trying to get my point across that this is how I was treated as a paying customer. Okay, that is my point, is that I was a paying customer and I was insulted for no reason. Zero. I had no access to talk to EBS. I couldn't. The only thing in that Discord is I said, why are you guys fighting? What is this about? I never said anything bad about All Caps or nothing in there. Zero. If you had the actual clip, you could see this. So anyways, then he makes a statement. EBS makes a statement on this stream that anybody in that Discord is like being in a bar in Nazi Germany if they're in the same room with Vicky, and they should be hung like at the Nuremberg trial. This was what was said. I was in that Discord. There was a lot of people in that Discord. There was a lot of CG customers in there. I don't know if they still are or aren't now. I know that I was one at the time. Okay, I know I have the book and everything to prove it. Like I was a customer then. So I'm like, wow. You say this shit to me? Like, what the fuck is this? So now I know there's going to be people upset that I'm saying this. So I'm going to take them out of the equation and put a different scenario in here. Okay, I'm at a drive-thru. I'm ordering my food. I pull around. I go to pay them, and they said, we don't take Nazi money. You know Vicky and Dean, fuck off. And they close the window on me and won't sell me food. What would you do in that situation? You would probably go around and park and go in there and go, hey, I'm a paying customer. I don't know why they're calling me a Nazi because I know these two people. I'm just trying to buy a hamburger. That's all I'm doing. I'm just trying to buy a hamburger. Okay. So that was the first time. More recently, this happened again. I was called a Nazi a second time by him. EBS doubled down again and thought it was funny. I do not think that was funny. I know you're probably laughing, but if you were a paying customer of anything, like I said, take CG out of the equation. You can put any analogy you want. Put it to be a fast food place, a car wash, or at a grocery store. And somebody says to you, oh, well, you know, we won't sell to you because you know Vicky and Dean and you're Nazis. You're a Nazi sympathizer. No, I'm just buying groceries here. What does that have to do with anything? And then I get told that I shouldn't hang out with scumbags in discords. This was said to me as well. This is a group of people that already had one convicted child enthusiast, and they're telling me who I should hang out with. And it turns out the people that I know are the ones that exposed a second pedo in here. But I'm the bad guy. The reason I'm telling you all this is because on the Twitter today, one of the arguments was that I have animosity towards CG. And as I said there, full transparency, I just explained to you what happened. EBS insulted me 2 times. I was a customer. It wasn't right. It is what it is. I will never buy anything from them ever again. All caps is dead to me as far as I'm concerned. I don't take being treated like that. And the argument is that I was that to somehow insinuate that EVS was responsible for what Vic did. And he wasn't. I never said that. That is not the case. And I've said it like at least to 10 people in DMs and such. And I'm burnt out. I'm tired of telling people. I went on Wiggle's show and I said there even, I never said that. But these people are just so goddamn obsessive in their defense that they won't even take the time, or I couldn't even have a convo with a lot of these people. In their minds, nothing can be done wrong. They're totally 100% biased, and no matter what they say, no matter what happens, I'm wrong. That's their viewpoint. I could lay out the most elegant proof and show everything, and they're just gonna say nope, 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 nope. I can't do that. You're just a hater. You're anti CG, and you're trying to tear our business down and hurt us and all of this. And this is what I've had to deal with here for quite some time. Now, let's talk about what Vic and all of this, because now I've got. I mean, a lot of it's trolling. Okay, like Well Red was trolling me tonight. I know that was funny and stuff. I don't mind that, but the other stuff where I'm being told, I actually have people telling me this, and I saw some Kiwi Farms crap and other stuff, and I'm just like, okay, as far as Vic's concerned, this stuff about I'm coping about him, or I'm upset that he got caught or whatever. I'm not really sure I'm not really getting what they're saying there. I was told one of them, the main one, was saying like we're not his friends or anything. So I'm just gonna say I'm gonna give my whole experience with Vic King to you here, so you have a full understanding of what's going on and what happened and whatever. Okay. Gosh, I can't even remember how I met him. Honestly, I'm sorry. I don't remember. If I had to guess, it would most likely be from Risey and them in there, or somebody. Sorry, I'm not trying to blame Risey. I'm just saying that's most likely how I found them, was through somebody in the CG community or related to it. Okay, say it that way. Initially, I saw him doing the commissions and everything at the beginning, and I'll be honest, at the beginning, I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. This guy's drawing every day, doing commissions and all this, and I didn't think much of it. And then I heard about what happened to Dabster and the mess where he couldn't get his drawings from him. And then I started hearing about other people. Nobody could get their drawings, and it's just this big thing. And me personally, this is why I never did a commission with Vic. I mean, I had ideas for commissions that I want to do, and I thought about doing it at the time, but the reason I didn't do it is because if this guy can't get Dabster and these people their stuff for over a year or more and all this, like, I don't play that game. Like, if I had actually commissioned him something and didn't get it within the agreed upon time or something, I'd be on the phone to my lawyer and stuff. Like, I don't play around there with this shit. This is why I said I'm not giving this guy any money or dealing with this. So then, unfortunately, we were on streams with him. This was before we knew any of this, and overall, my initial impression of Vic was like, it was interesting that he was doing these live commissions and everything. And then it went from that to like, I started feeling bad for all these people that's not getting their commissions and everything. And then I started seeing Vic getting drunk, and then he's fighting with Risey and all of this stuff, and I didn't really have a problem with him then or anything. And I talked to him in back rooms, and I tried to tell him how to do things, the correct way to do things, and he wouldn't listen. So what can I say? I told him what to do. Um, as I said on the Wiggle show, he would constantly tell me and Shep that he could do paintings for $5,000 or something. Now I know why he couldn't do them from the way Shep explained it to me. It all makes sense now. Um, Other than that, like I had very little communication with him and stuff, but like when Finity started fighting with him and everything, because Finity had struck my channel, I started defending him then and everything and being pro Vic, because I'd rather be pro that than this guy who's striking my channel down. What ended things between me and Vic back then was the time I came on to discuss my channel being struck. And that was not cool. That was not cool what happened, what went down. Totally shit on me. Didn't give a fuck. I left the show, and I'm just like, okay, well, I'm done with this guy, you know. Like, I see where he stands here and all this. That was pretty much after that. Like, I didn't. The last time that I remember having a convo with this guy was in some backroom Discord, and he was trying to ask me why Risey's mad at him or some bullshit. And I said, I don't want to be involved in this, man. Come on, I don't want to be involved in this. And then him and George got into a big fight, and George like just totally destroyed him in there, man. Like George just ripped him apart. Like Vic was almost crying in there. He was literally almost crying. Like, and at the time I had a little bit of sympathy, but overall I remember thinking like, this guy just needs to get a fucking job and knock all this bullshit off with the commissions and all of this. So then I last night, was it last night or Saturday? I can't remember. It was either last night or Saturday. I log in to Risey's and I hear all this stuff, and I'm like, what's going on? What are you talking about? And I'm told you need to go watch Vicky and Dean's show. So I go and watch this, and it was quite shocking, to be honest with you. I'm trying not to be emotional here, but I feel very ashamed. I don't know what else to say. I just feel very ashamed, because considering what happened to my friend, and if I had given him money, I would have had a hard time living with myself. I'm so grateful that I never gave this guy money, or the most I can say that I did for Vic was I gave him a couple of pep talks, and I tried my best to get him to listen to me how to do things the right way. But like a lot of people in this, well, I better not label it that way. I should just say he wouldn't listen to me. That's all I can tell you. I tried. I told him how to do things the right way. I even asked the PR lady for advice, and she gave me advice, and I tried to tell him what she said, and it was just one going in one ear and out the other. That's the best way I can put it. And then we had the begging and the constant begging, and I need pizza and blah blah, all of this, and I'm gonna marry Ice Queen, and I'm gonna marry this person, and I'm gonna flirt with everybody, and I'm gonna do all of this, and and it's just all I have to say is I feel very, very ashamed. And I know I shouldn't feel that way, but I do. And this is why one of the main reasons I'm leaving here, because I don't want anything to do with this community anymore. I'm tired of these people in their DMs. I'm tired of the being insulted as a customer. And I'm just tired of all of this community. And what bothers me is there is good people in the community. But what I saw today and what I saw on Twitter, I I just don't see any change is going to happen from this. And from what I'm seeing is that everybody should be their own background, should do their own background check. Um, Dillard was saying to you shouldn't buy art from people that you don't see on cam or you don't know. Well, I didn't buy any art from him. I did see him on cam, and then we saw what happened. Um, I no longer want to fight with these people anymore. I just don't want to fight with them anymore. I'm burnt out. I'm exhausted. I'm having PTSD from what happened with my friend and his family, and that's affecting me with this and what Vic did. And now I feel very ashamed, and I'm really struggling with this. I threw up 2 times today. I can't have fun on here anymore. I can't do this for a while. Like, I might come back in a couple of months. I don't know. I'm probably just gonna do my recorded review video still, maybe, but I don't see me doing any live streams in the foreseeable future for a while. Um, I can't see how I can leave this community and then have my chat, which I'm very grateful for my subscribers and my chat. And I understand they're all CG related people. And I don't want to spend my time having to fight with them and badmouth them and then end up with, well, why do you hate Sheila? And why do you hate this person? And why are you doing this and saying that? And all of these people crying all the time to me. And why is Risey doing this? And why is Risey saying that? And blah, blah. Just, this is this is the end of the road, my friends. I don't know what to say to you here. I'm not having fun on here, and I'm sick and tired of fighting with these people. Um, I just don't know what else to say really that I haven't. I want to show this for a minute. So, how do I make this bigger? If you can see this. This is the type of DM and see. I'm tempted to show these DMs and all this stuff, but then see, I don't want to be fighting with anyone anymore. This is the typical thing that I get here. This guy sounds like a mole or instigator. Sounds like he's trying to create a potential for legal action against who else but EVS as the CG trademark holder. So, full transparency. When the Vicky slash Spectre fight went down and I was insulted for no reason, and then recently for another time, I asked my lawyers about a possible slander suit, if it's possible to pursue something here, because I got tired of this. I was told since I'm retired, I would be hard for me to prove my slander case because I'm retired. Like, it's not hurting me financially or anything. I have no quorum with EVS other than what I mentioned before. All I can say, as far as lawsuits would be, I have no fear of anybody suing me. I have zero fear of that. So I don't know if he thought he was trying to scare me or what, but I've fought Geico car insurance and won. I fought the Oceanside Police Department and won a lawsuit there. I've fought at least 6 or 7 lawsuits that I can think of. I've never lost a single case because I'm retired and I know how to play the game here. So I'm going to leave it at that, because if I go into a hypothetical and everything, then people are going to say, "Oh, so you're trying to sue EBS now and all of this and blah 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 and create a mess." No. All I'm saying is that I have no fear of anyone suing me because, like I said, I have lawsuits pending as it is. That's why I'm still here in California, to be honest. That's the only thing that's holding me up from getting out of here, is these pending lawsuits. I have a lawsuit with Kaiser Permanente pending over the damn COVID bullshit, because they wouldn't give me my kidney stone fucking surgery unless I got the vax. And then my doctor dies on me, and then went the lawsuit because the doctor died. The doctor died in the kitchen of cardiomyocytitis or whatever the fuck. So I didn't win, I didn't lose. It's just the doctor died. And now all of a sudden, now that we're out of that area, they're trying to like say, "Oh, let's work this out. We'll get you your kidney stone surgery and all of this." And after I went and threatened to sue their ass and all this. So I don't know why this guy is saying this. Afterwards, this guy accused me of being a Fed. He actually calls me, he said I sounded like a Fed. So if me saying that CG needs to do background checks somehow makes me a Fed, I mean, I don't know what to tell you there. I'll tell you one thing. After what I experienced the last 2 days, I wish that I was a Fed. Because if I really was a Fed, I would be going hardcore at Vic or whatever his name is, or Kincaid or whoever the fuck he is, and I would really be after his ass. I would be seeing if he broke probation or anything. I would have dropped everything I'm doing, and I would have focused on this after what he did to this 14-year-old girl and all this. I would have disappeared for months. I would have dedicated my life to getting this guy back in prison and everything. I wouldn't be sitting here doing this if I was a Fed. I wish that was true when I think about this case with this, because I would actually do that. I would go and I would just be like, "Hey, this guy's online doing this shit here. What the fuck is this?" As far as Dark Gift's concerned, I was actually able to have a somewhat, I mean, we disagreed about like how we should do it, and that's fine. He didn't give me shit or anything. He was just saying, "Yeah, I agree with I agree. He agrees with me overall. It's just how I want to do it compared to what he wants to do it. And as I explained at the beginning, um, how he wants to do it is because of their situation where they're individuals. And I mean, looking at it now, I can understand like how why he's saying that because they're not an LLC or whatever, and they don't want to do that and have to pay taxes and get a department and all that. That's fine. That's what they want to do. I'm not trying to force my view on them or any of this. All I was simply stating is that we need to have background checks because I don't want to hear about kids being what happened here. I don't want to hear this stuff about kids. And to be fair, I didn't want to hear it from Risey either. I don't want to hear anything from anybody about fucking kids being hurt. Because I've been through that already and it's horrific. I've seen it firsthand, okay? It's horrific what happens to what those kids have to go through, what my friend has to go through with the counseling and all that. It's all true what they were reading, the cutting themselves and the psychological damage and all that. And I don't have kids. So to the people that have kids, I mean, I can only imagine how they would feel if that had happened to their child. They would probably be screaming about this. Why didn't you have a background check and all of this? It was just my point of view. That's all I got to say. My opinion or whatever. Yeah. Look at this. What are you up to? You sound like that FBI guy at the January 6th thing trying to get people to go inside the Congress. This is the type of stupid shit I've been hearing from years from these type of people. So, anyways, I don't really have much else to say. I do have, on a positive note, I have a movie script that I've been trying to crank out for the last. I started working on this when Return of the Jedi came out, and then when this new Star Wars bullshit came out, they fucked up Rey and did it wrong and everything. And I have a movie script that I've been working on, and I was trying to do it last week again, and the program screwed me over. And I think I'm just going to focus on that because I really want to get to the point where I could start doing storyboards and Unreal Engine and stuff, and then have something I could present to people to make the movie that I'm trying to do here. I might even, once I have it all finalized and everything, I might actually come and talk to people and show you guys what I'm trying to do. This is just a hobby thing that I was doing, a passion project of mine. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere or not. But unlike Finity, who's screaming about scripts all over the place, I actually have one, and I did show part of it on stream one time. I actually have an actual movie script that I'm working on, and I'm really going to just get off here for a while and focus on that. That's going to be my goal for a while. I want to apologize for all the people, all my subscribers, but I can't be on here for a while. I can't do this anymore, to be honest with you. I just cannot do this. I can't take fighting with these people, and they're just. I'm not trying to be arrogant, but a lot of them don't understand business and things, or their business is different, or it's just you can't tell any of these people nothing. That's what I've learned here. You can't tell anyone anything. And I've given up trying to, like for instance today when I was at the gym and I was and I kept getting these dings and seeing this, and I wasn't even trying to fight with anybody, okay? My point is, I'm trying to avoid what happened with Vic here again and all this by having background checks. That's all I was saying. And the next thing I know, just like years ago, and just like what happened with Sheila recently, I have all of these people up my ass because they just cannot handle my opinion, or they're just like obsessive about CG or Sheila or what. I don't know. I don't know. That's just how it is. I want to bring up what happened with Sheila Aliens there. I know on Wiggle on them, they said, why are they talking about this again, and why are they bringing Sheila up? And why couldn't they just have talked about what Vic did and all of that? This is not my opinion. This what I'm about to tell you. This is truth. This is real. This is fact. Okay. And you don't believe me, you can go look up for yourself. And Dean laid it out and everything. So before I get started with this, I want to say that I was the one telling people not to look at this, okay? I was actually telling people, don't look at this shit. You don't want to see this. It's just, you don't want to see this shit. Okay? And then Sheila's response was to claim that she was 16 years old when this happened. That was a lie. That was a flat out lie. Because I remember I got in a big mess in the Discord, and I was really pissed off, and I'm like, what is this? Why is she saying this? What is this? What's going on here? And then once again, I'm sending emails to HR and PR, and I'm going, look, I need you to tell me what's going on here. What is this and all this? And then I knew it was bullshit, and I got it confirmed, and then Dean confirmed it as well. And then recently on the stream, the reason she was on there is because she said she was 21 when those pics were taken. That's Amber Heard shit right there, man. That's Amber Heard shit. So for all of you people in my DMs and the crybabies and the Sheila Simps and all of that, I don't want to hear it when she tries to Me Too your fucking ass. She's already done it, tried to do it to Dean. That is what happened. That was a fucking Me Too move, man. There's no any of this underage and all of that. That's total fucking bullshit. That is what happened. She tried to Amber Heard Dean. Now, why is it that she gets away with that stuff? I don't know. And then I see this thing with this show where she's on there saying she's going to show her tits if this person can hit 1,000 subs and all this. I'm sorry, okay? I have standards. First off, I don't fuck around with internet chicks here. And the ones that, if I do, I've actually met them in person. If you're going to simp this hard and be so hardcore for somebody you've never met, especially a 38-year-old who tries to Me Too somebody, I don't know what to tell you there. I said this before, and I'm fed up with this crap of this Me Tooing people, and everybody's just like, oh, it's Sheila. Who cares? She's going to show us her tits. Who gives a fuck? Hey, well, it's going to bite you in the ass when she Me Toos you. She's already done it to Dean. That was not right. It's just not right. I don't think any of it was right when I think about it. Like I didn't want any part of that to begin with, honestly. Unfortunately, it was a joke and everything to be like, oh, look at this, Hargrave. Oh, see this, look at this. You know, no, and like I just don't think that's funny. I just I don't think it's funny. I'm sorry, I don't. And like I said, I was the one that was telling people, don't look at this. I was actually helping the dumb bitch, okay? And then she gets on there and she's flipping me off and all of this. Hey, well, fine. What do I care? I know to avoid this shit. Now, see, I know if I was to start saying about meeting Amaranth and all that, I'm going to say, oh, look at this guy. This guy is flexing and he's bragging and, oh, he's such a big deal and all of this. So I just, I'm not going to say anymore. That's all I had to say about her and that. And the reason I'm saying that is because I see all of these people and all of these people in the DMs going, oh, why do you hate Sheila? And why are you saying this? And da da da. And all of this. That's why I'm saying this. Full transparency here. Not lying, not saying anything. That is literally, if you watch the video, you'll see that's what happens. You see her. She says, I was 21 at the time. I wish I hadn't been involved in any of that, to be honest. Anyways, I'm going to keep blabbing for hours here and all this. This is basically what my point is. I'm burnt out with fighting with people. I wanted to continue doing troll show, but it's all troll show's a mess right now. I don't know what to tell you other than that. I don't know what's going on with certain people or what we're doing, or I'm just, it's on hiatus. And like I said, I just don't see myself doing any live streams except maybe an occasional chill stream here or there or something. I've just had it. Had it with these people. I've had the thing with Vic, though, that really, boy. I mean, I knew that this guy had problems. But, I mean, if you were to tell me this, like a week ago, I would have just, even now when I heard it, I'm just like, wow, like, all I can say is that I feel very ashamed. That's it. And I think of my friend and what happened with their kids, and then that, because everybody's got to rehash it 20 times over on everything, and I end up having to, I don't want to see anymore or hear about 14-year-old girls cutting themselves and 20 accounts of this and that, and it's just, I suppose before I go here, I should thank people. I want to thank everybody in my chat that did come to the troll shows and had fun. I can't do all of your names right now. All I can just say is I do appreciate you. I can't do this anymore. That's all I can tell you. George, I consider you a good friend. I appreciate your friendship. Vicky and Dean, despite all the bullshit and everything, they've never done anything mean to me or hurtful or anything. I know they get a lot of people angry and stuff, but I have no reason to be angry with them, just like I don't have any reason to be angry with Liam, and I don't have any problem with Matt Barr or anybody else that has a problem with him. It's always this, well, you need to be mad at this person because we're mad at this person. And I'm tired of that garbage too. That shit has to go. Oh, that was another thing too I want to bring up today is the guilt by association thing. I could have done that on this thread here, but I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I could have done it, but I didn't do it. Because I don't think that's right. Even though it was done to me as a paying customer. I guess Liam, I don't have anything with Liam. Liam's been nice and friendly to me. I've spoken to him here and there, like Amit Reina, Dabster, all of those people, Jack Stafford. Like, I appreciate all of you, but I just cannot do this anymore, man. It's just, this shit has really hit me hard with this. And I just need to walk away from this shit. I need to just, that's it. Can't do this anymore. All right. Maybe I'll see you in a couple of months, or maybe on a chill stream in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye.